I'm David Kraft. This is my final presentation for leadership for Mr. Clements. Eric Greitens. Eric Greitens is an American politician, author, and former Navy SEAL serving as the 56th and current governor of Missouri since January of 2017. As of 2018, he is the second youngest governor in the United States. Governor of Missouri 2016 election. Greitens officially announced his candidacy for governor of Missouri September of 2015, shortly after a June 30th, 2016 quarterly deadline for filing campaign contributions. He received the largest ever single contribution in a Missouri campaign, $1.975 million, which meant he did not have to reveal it until October, months after the primary. Women's Foundation. Shortly after being elected on October 27, 2017, the governor's office announced that 30 women had been appointed to state boards and commissions, joining a majority female cabinet. First Lady Sheena Greitens had announced October 3rd that the Greitens administration would appoint 25 women in the next 25 days in honor of the 25th anniversary of the Women's Foundation of Kansas City. Education. Eric Greitens attended Duke University, where he studied ethics, philosophy, and public policy. After graduating from Duke, he went on to attend Lady Margaret Hall, a Constitute College of the University of Oxford, where he earned a master's degree in philosophy and development studies in 1998 and a doctorate in philosophy in 2000. Armed Services. After graduating with his doctorate in philosophy in 2000, Greitens attended the United States Navy's Officer Candidate School in January 2001, graduating May of that year as an ensign in the United States Navy Reserve. Greitens rose to be lieutenant commander in the United States Navy Reserve. During his active duty career, he was deployed 4 times to Iraq, Afghanistan, the Horn of Africa, and Southeast Asia. He served as the commander of Joint Special Operations Task Unit, commander of Mark V Special Operations Craft Detachment, and commander of an Al-Qaeda targeting cell. Some of his military awards are Bronze Star, Purple Heart, Joint Service Commendation Medal, and several other awards. Hurricane Katrina. In 2005, Greitens was appointed by President George W. Bush to serve as a White House Fellow. As a White House Fellow, Greitens worked in the Department of Housing and Urban Development and developed a new program to assist with the rebuilding efforts after Hurricane Katrina. Greitens has my respect because he gave students the opportunity to make a difference in this country by helping rebuild New Orleans. Greitens founded a foundation that helps with veterans when they come home from war. It's called The Mission Continues. The Mission Continues was founded in 2007 after Greitens returned home from service in Iraq as a Navy SEAL. Upon his return, Eric visited with wounded Marines at Bethesda Naval Hospital in Maryland. Many Marines expressed a desire to continue serving their country even if they could no longer do so in the military. Inspired, Greitens founded The Mission Continues. As of May 2014, The Mission Continues has awarded more than 1,000 fellowships since it began operations. The goal is to challenge veterans to serve and lead communities across America. It encourages veterans to heal themselves through public service by engaging in volunteer organizations across the country. The Mission Continues. The Mission Continues empowers veterans who are adjusting to life at home to find purpose through community impact. They deploy veterans on new missions in their community so that their actions will inspire future generations to serve. Through this unique model, veterans build new skills and networks that help the successful reintegrate to life after the military while making long-term sustainable transformations in communities and inspiring future generations to serve. Eric Greitens is also an author, which he wrote a book about veterans. Politician, best-selling author. Eric Greitens is more than just a politician. The best-selling author, Navy SEAL, and humanitarian, Eric Greitens offers a self-help book unlike any others. 2 years before publishing The Resilience Hard-Won Wisdom for Living a Better Life, Eric Greitens unexpectedly heard from a former SEAL comrade, a brother in arms he hadn't seen in a decade. Zach Walker had been one of the toughest of the tough, but ever since he returned home from war to his young family in a small logging town, he'd been struggling, without a sense of purpose, plagued with PTSD, and masking his pain with heavy drinking. He needed help. Zach and Eric started writing and talking nearly every day. Eric Resilience grapples with real hardship. The lessons are deep yet practical, and the advice leads to clear solutions. This is profoundly hopeful book. We all face pain, difficulty, and doubt, but with resilience, we can lead vital, flourishing lives. Opioid abuse crisis in Missouri. The opioid abuse crisis is costing Missouri about 1.4 million an hour, or enough to wipe out the economic gains produced by the state's agriculture, mining, and utility industries. Greetings against opioid abuse. Greens tells Missourians people's lives are at stake in Missouri, just like they are in a war zone. He points to the state's opioid crisis that resulted in more than 1,000 deaths last year of mothers, fathers, and children. He points to fighting for more than 13,000 children in Missouri's foster care system. Respect. Grittens has my respect for many reasons. He was a brave American and served our country where he served for 4 tours of duty and rose to the rank of lieutenant. And after returning home from overseas, he didn't quit serving this great country we live in. He was elected to governor of the state of Missouri, was the founder of the Mission Continues, which gives veterans a chance to give back to the community after coming home from war, and was also named best-selling author for his book, Resilience Hard-Won Wisdom for Living a Better Life, where he says, "We all face pain, difficulty, and doubt, but with resilience we can lead vital, flourishing lives." Aaron Grittens is a real hero and leader that I'm happy to say he is a role model leader I follow. And this is my works cited page.